Hi. So, yeah, a couple of very recent conversations that have inspired me just to jump on and record this video, which I'm not even really expecting anyone to watch. I guess I'm kind of doing this for myself to unload the dialogue that's going on in my head, and it's kind of in my head almost out of frustration because there's no one that I can have this conversation with. But I suspect I know there are people out there that are going to listen to this and resonate with this. So, and I know that those people will find this, which kind of contradicts what I said about I don't expect anyone to watch it, but I don't expect anyone to watch it. But you know, if there is anyone out there that needs to hear this, then I guess they will. So yeah, a couple of conversations very recently. One was with a man today here in Koh Samui. Very intelligent man. I've known him for many years. And yeah, he was telling me about his recent bout of what should we call it? COVID. So the flu. His recent bout of the flu. And then he went on to tell me how many other people are being diagnosed with this flu at the moment here on Koh Samui and in Thailand, and how many of those he knows. So and he went on to tell me that the symptoms that he experienced, he said it's very nasty. He said the symptoms were the same as when I had the JAB. So I said to him, I asked him about the other people that he knew that had this flu. Had they had the JAB? And he said, yeah, we've all had the JAB. And I pointed out to him that myself and many of my friends on the island who have not had the JAB, that we don't drink or smoke. We're all plant-based. We practice yoga. We do regular detox, etc. That we hadn't experienced this particular flu, and kind of asked him what he thought of that, and he couldn't go anywhere near that conversation at all. He was just like very much, sticking to the fact that him and all these people that he knows that have had this flu are victims of this kind of deadly disease that's going around and apparently been going around for the last couple of years. So that was one conversation. And then the other conversation is with another friend, not here in Thailand, but again, I would consider extremely intelligent man. And he was telling me about how some event that he had organized for yesterday has had to be postponed because he was not well enough to host that event. And that he was the subject of a new strain of this kind of flu that we're talking about. And again, the conversation is, well, but you've had the JABs for this flu, so why are you getting this? And I kind of pointed out that to my friend, that you do drink a lot of alcohol, you do smoke a lot of cigarettes and other stuff, and your diet's not as good as it could be, and again, just a complete lack of willingness to connect those with the symptoms of this flu, these kind of lifestyle. And again, I kind of pointed out that myself and many other people that I know that have not had this JAB have also not experienced the flu, and that our lifestyles are very different. And I think if you've been kind of watching me at all on this channel, I think you know that these conversations I have with these friends are not from a place of kind of ego or trying to kind of point out, that I'm better in any way, because definitely not doing that. But, because I really always come from this place of love for all, and a kind of purpose of bringing healing. So, yeah, those two for me just really highlight how easy it is or how much easier, let's say how much easier it is to maintain that kind of narrative of being the victim of illness, the victim of disease, as opposed to taking responsibility for your own health and actually acknowledging that, you have had a role to play in creating that disease. And it's almost like a cognitive dissonance, isn't it? That's like complete denial, even though, and again, these were two very intelligent men, even though, you don't need to be a detective to kind of work that out, that there's a correlation between lifestyle and kind of health disease. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And if there's anyone listening that gets what I'm saying and feels the same kind of frustration sometimes seeing our fellow brothers and sisters kind of like in this denial, then it'd be good to hear from you. Let's in the comments below. And also, if this does resonate and self-healing is very much a part of your path, then there's a link below for my current online course, which is called Self-Healing and Health Sovereignty, Reiki Level 1. And it's more than just a Reiki course. Not that there is anything insufficient about Reiki courses. Reiki is incredible, but I've really kind of built on the foundations of Reiki to create this kind of self-healing modality, and really, give you some tools to reclaim your sovereignty and take responsibility for your own health. So if that resonates and sounds good, please have a look at that. Click on the link below. There's also a link to join my mailing list and some free stuff as well. And I do all this as a way just to kind of connect and find out there like-minded, light-hearted people, which I've met so many of you which is just so amazing. You know, together we are really creating new Earth now. And my mission on New Earth is to teach people, just based on my experience and what has been shared with me, ways to heal ourselves and heal each other. So thank you so much for listening. Namaste.